Hi guys, I am so excited to do the Libra, birthday reading. So Libras out there, happy birthday. I am a fellow Libra, so I am so excited to see what we get with this reading. So let's get right into it. Okay. Ouch. Trust me, I'm a Libra, I know. Yeah. And if you know a Libra, so this might help explain some things. Okay, to my fellow Libras out there, it's gonna get better. A lot of you've as a Libra, you've been really working on letting go of things that have bound you. There's just been a big shift of, I don't want things to control me anymore. I want to be better, do better, change. There's been a lot of change. And with the devil in the past, it's you're letting go of overdoing things that have bound you, whether it's addiction, overworking, whatever it is to you. Again, these are general readings, so take what resonates with you, take what makes sense, because I'm doing this for so many people, and let the other stuff be for whoever it's meant to be for. So you are letting go of something that kept you kind of held up, whether it's a thought, and it was something that just really wasn't letting you move forward, and you're still kind of feeling like you're stuck. You've worked so hard to kind of let go of things, but you're feeling really stuck in that Four of Pentacles energy, and you're overthinking. You're just very anxious about what that looks like. Do I let go? Do I hold on? Do I start over? There's a lot of that Libra mental chatter going on, and Libras are known for balance. They want to feel like things are even or fair, and when it's not, you can almost kind of be in that Nine of Swords energy where you're overthinking, stressing out, not sleeping very much. As a Libra myself, I've had a lot of sleep interruptions. So, waking up in the middle of the night, not wanting to, but all right, this one's not wanting to clarify. I want to clarify that Four of Pentacles for us and see what that's all about. Six of Air. So yeah, it's really spending the time right now. You're going to have to spend the time right now to clear your mind. Really look at what the better picture is. That Nine of Swords. Let's see what that Nine of Swords looks like for us. So it's really about moving to this place of, the Ace of Cups, Nine of Swords. So you're really, in Libras, we are ruled by Venus. So you're really wanting to clear the clutter in your mind because you're feeling so stuck, and we think we can just do it. It's really actually time to do that work to do it, because you are looking for a new happy beginning, something that fulfills you better. Subconsciously, the thing that's holding this up is judgment. So if something from your past or something has been coming back around, and or it's in your mind, it's kind of like it's just sitting there, that thing that you've been holding on to, it's really weighing on you, and you really don't know, you're not choosing what to do. So if you're dealing with a Libra, you've been seeing them be, I know, stereotypically undecisive, very decisive at some points. There is decision making here, but then there's this like, they're just in their heads. The Libras, you're just in your head. You're in your head about it. You haven't quite made the action yet, and the little bit of action that you have taken, you're wanting to make sure it's even and it's okay, and it's clear. But then you're kind of feeling stuck about, where do I go from here? Balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. And that's the clarified judgment. As a Libra, you need balance. There's that, I can see both sides of a story. So when a Libra is not feeling balanced, that's what the focus is, to bring things back to balance, whatever aspect of your life that is. If it's work-life balance, if it's love and family balance, it's really about you bringing things back into balance. And subconsciously, with judgment here, you've had an aha moment. You've had this moment of, clarity where you realize I need to balance everything in my life. And because it's a major card, it's everything in my life. So Libras take everything and kind of make them everything. So your homework for this month is the star. There's going to be a lot of healing. Spend that time knowing what your wish is, knowing what you want, knowing what that looks like, and then spend time really thinking about it. Four of Cups. Don't turn your back, though, on the things that the universe is trying to bring into you. Don't turn your back on because there's an infinity symbol in that globe, and he's got his back to it. The universe is really trying to come in and give you something that's for you, but because you're so focused maybe on what you thought it looked like to not be stuck, what you thought it looked like to, you know, what that letting go look like. We tend to create this like ending in our mind, like that's the goal. Don't be so inflexible that you miss out on what the universe is trying to bring into you. Do that healing so that you're open to a lot of things, that you can see a lot of good opportunities come to you. I'm gonna do the mermaids. So there you go. Positive energy and self-forgiveness. So positive energy, surround yourself with positive people and situations and avoid negativity. Let go of old guilt and remember that you're God's perfect child. So remember that you are amazing. Like, we all make mistakes, and Libras want to punish ourselves or feel like we didn't do the right thing, so we got to balance that out. Be positive. Have positive people around you. It's your birthday season. Celebrate. Have fun. Make your wish. Get out there. Do the thing. You're going to have to try to make a decision. You're going to be very in your head about it. We are air signs, so we do tend to lead with our heads, even though we're ruled by Venus, or our hearts kind of weigh in that a little bit. Know that with whatever change you're trying to make, whether it's in work, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's within your family, or a way of that you're doing something, think about that. Think about don't become so paralyzed by indecision that you miss out the opportunity to have something good happen for you. Ace of Wands. So choose the things that light you up. It's okay. They're not major choices right now. Choose the things that light you up right now. They're going to lead you to a good outcome. They're going to lead you to your Queen of Cups, to you being in your feels. Right now, you're very much in your head. It's been hard to be in your feelings, Libra, but you are going to get there if you do this work, if you see the opportunities, if you do the healing. Because if not, you're getting headed to the self-sabotage, the Seven of Swords. You're really just going to create more chaos for yourself. You really have to know that whatever choices you make, there is always a risk to get your heart broken. There's always a risk to have pain. There's always a risk to repeat something that you don't want to repeat. That's the Three of Swords is in your hopes and fears. So we don't want to get our hearts broken. We don't want to have betrayal. We don't want to have that hurt anymore because we're finally healing from it. So we don't want to take risks that are going to lead to that. But you can't get anywhere if you don't take risks. And the risks mean that maybe you might get hurt. And that's okay. Because other people, you're really leading yourself to a Ten of Pentacles. You're opening yourself up to having that fulfillment that you need if you're willing to take the risk to do that. So it's not a month where the energy feels light. There's good healing energy here. There's a lot of healing energy for the Libras, but it's a big month of, almost decision making, which Libras don't want to have to face a lot of the times, even though when they do make the decision, it's decided, it's a decision. So this Libra season is really about being able to be flexible, though. Yes, you might make a decision, but be open to what the universe might bring in, and be able to kind of navigate like water. Don't be so rigid in that air energy. Get to that place where you're, in that flow, in that water energy, in your feelings. Let your feelings lead sometimes. I know it's hard. And if you guys have a Libra in your life, yes, they're very much, caring people. They give and give, and they're even, but there's a lot of that, bit of a more mental than, than emotional to them, which is not a bad thing, but it's also, it can hurt you sometimes. So be aware of that, Libra. Be aware of that. And if you are dealing with a Libra, maybe help them get into that energy of, hey, your feelings first. Like, I know you're overthinking right now, but come back. Let's feel this out. Like, how does that make you feel? There's a lot of those, so we're just not. So it's, let's see, with the Three of Swords, release. Have a good cry. Grief is a doorway to your deepest self. So think about those things that broke your heart. Think about the betrayal. Think about the things that didn't go right. Like I said, the star here is healing time. It's sitting with yourself. It's really letting go of that past. Release it. It's a good month where you're going to be in your feels a little more. Release all that. Let it, feel it, and let it out. And like I said, if you are dealing with a Libra, let them feel their feelings, and however that comes out, however that looks for them, let them do that. Let them process it, because it's not the easiest thing. We tend to just shut it down and keep going. We want that balance. So if it doesn't feel balanced, so too much of something is not a good thing. So feeling your feelings sometimes is not the first go-to, but it's time to do that and release. Then you get the balance because you've let go. Now you're back in the state of balance. You're in the state of, harmony with yourself. Page of Swords. So the Seven of Swords, if you get to this place where you're, just be careful at the end of the month, be careful at the end of Libra season, when you're going into Scorpio season, that you're not so focused on something else, or so you've mentally clicked at wanting such an outcome that you forget that you're supposed to be feeling your feelings, and that will self-sabotage, and you're going to let things in that shouldn't be in your life. And you don't want to set yourself up to really, hurt other people or hurt yourself, because you've become so stubborn on an outcome. That's what I keep getting. Be careful. And that, like I said, that is going to resonate differently for everyone. So whatever way that you're trying to get to your goal, to your wish, don't be so rigid on it. Don't be so mental, in your head about it. Feel your way through it. Don't get so fixated on something. The Page of Swords is truths coming out, things coming out, but don't hide the truth from people either. And let's see what the Queen of Cups is. That's an outcome. That's you being in your feels. So by Scorpio season, you're going to be feeling some feelings. Ooh, King of Wands. And really feeling, that excitement too, that fire. So there's going to be good stuff coming in for you. If you do this work of healing, of really self-forgiveness and positive energy, and really welcoming in, like clearing your mind, journal, sit, talk it out loud. I mean, we're good at talking to ourselves. If you're a Libra like me, that talks to yourself, then talk to yourself. It's me. I sometimes think I'm talking to the universe, but sometimes it's myself. Do that, because the release is going to bring such a good balance of fiery and water energy. You're going to be in your passionate and emotional state, and that's a good place to make decisions from, not in this mental, unclear, just very stubborn energy. It's better to be in that Queen of Cups, King of Wands energy, where you just really, in that Libra flow, in that Libra, fiery, we have that little way about you. So be in that, be in your Libra energy, and by the end of this Libra season, you're going to feel more yourself, if the work is done. So happy birthday, Libras. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Enjoy your birthday, and thank you so much for being subscribers and watching these. And if you have a Libra in your life, celebrate them. They love to be celebrated. And I will see you next month.